Do you notice different details like I do every time you watch Avengers Endgame? Dude, this is like an endless tunnel. The detail I noticed the other day will definitely get you super excited. Plus, I did some research, and I'm not the only one noticing these details. I've read dozens of comments and thoughts. I love reading comments written about Marvel. Please write your thoughts on this video too. Let's talk Marvel. If you're ready, let's start. I'm starting with the Rhodey scenes. If you ask me, Rhodey is one of the key figures in Marvel. Always watch his behavior twice. I did the same. Look, the detail in this Rhodey scene is the kind that'll blow you out of your seat. Let me add this. This is just a theory. If you're ready, let's begin. Part 1. When did Rhodey change? Here's the real question. Since when has Rhodey been a Skrull? Sounds pretty weird when you say it like that, doesn't it? I'll admit, it's exciting at the same time. Remember Captain America: Civil War? There was an accident scene there. In this scene, Rhodey fell, and his body was severely damaged. But here's the real question. What if that fall wasn't just an ordinary fall? What if after this event, Marvel's doors opened to something much bigger? What do I mean? Let me be clear. What if the Skrulls took the real Rhodey right in that chaos and replaced him with someone else? Whoa, even saying this is so exciting, so crazy. Theories say this. Remember Secret Invasion? The Skrulls had memory copying technology there. There's more. We saw this system not only there but also in Captain Marvel. Let me explain the system to you. The system works like this. A person's entire life's memories, experiences, knowledge, and expertise can be copied. If you had such technology, which evil Marvel character would you copy and defeat this way? Write your thoughts. Let's continue. What if this memory copying technology came into play in Endgame? Part 2. The shocking detail at Tony's death. Here comes the bomb I mentioned at the beginning. Fasten your seatbelts. We've just started. We all remember Tony Stark's death moment, right? God, watching this scene still makes me sad. Anyway, let's continue. Who came to Tony Stark's side as he took his last breath? Yes, I'm listening to your answer. My God, of course it's Rhodey. Seems like such a normal scene, doesn't it? Well, according to the theory I'm going to tell you, it's not normal at all. Now pay attention to this scene. What is Rhodey doing? Yes, you noticed correctly. Isn't Rhodey leaning his head against Tony's armor? Now think about this. If Rhodey is really a Skrull, wouldn't he need to not know Tony's past? That's exactly why that contact. Through Skrull technology, he might be extracting all of Tony's knowledge, memories, and technology at that moment. When I read these theories, the first thing I asked was, but why would they want to do this? Let's immediately search our memories. Remember Gravik's Super Skrull army? That serum containing the Avengers' DNA, their powers. The Skrull disguised as Rhodey's mission might have been exactly that, to capture Tony Stark's knowledge. Even saying this makes me cry. With your permission, I'm going to mourn Tony for a few seconds. Let's continue. What changed their plans, you ask? Of course, our favorite villain, Thanos. When Thanos attacked Earth, all plans changed. The Skrulls were also affected by the snap after all. Half of them were gone. They were forced to fight the Avengers. But was the mission completed? Here's where the real horrifying truth begins. Part 3. The truth behind the armor mystery. Now I'm going to ask you something. I'm curious about your attention. I want you to remember the quantum realm scene in Endgame. There's a detail here. You should have figured me out by now from the beginning of the video. I love details. Remember the whole team, everyone was wearing costumes. Look at everyone's armor, how technological and cutting edge they are. Hey, give me one. I promise I'll keep it. Now pay attention to this. Can you look at Rhodey's armor? The helmet and body are completely classic. No nanotech. You'll ask, but didn't everyone have the same technology? That's exactly what I'm trying to say. Remember Rhodey's armors. They were never truly technological. There were just simple color changes. War Machine always used his own special design. I can hear the question you're asking. So what does this mean? According to the theories I examined, the Skrull disguised as Rhodey has access to all of Rhodey's technical knowledge through Skrull technology. And hold tight, this is very complex. An alien with all of Iron Man's secrets stolen from Tony. Part 4. The real purpose of armor wars. Now let's get to the real scary scenario. We're talking about a genius like Tony. The very possibility that all this man's knowledge is in the hands of the Skrulls is horrifying enough. If you're wondering what the Skrulls can do with this information, you're not thinking big enough. They can hack facial recognition systems. They can appear as Tony. They can produce all of Stark's technology. They can access Jarvis, Edith, everything. The fact that someone other than Tony Stark is using Jarvis kind of hurt my heart. Hey, why am I getting so emotional in this video? The next video should be about topics related to Stark's birth instead of his death. Maybe then I can recover. Moving on. The basic story of Armor Wars is exactly this. Here's an apocalyptic theory for you. Tony's technology is in the wrong hands. Rhodey has been missing for a long time. The missing part of Secret Invasion connects here. Gravik failed, but the Skrulls will return with Iron Man technology. Now I'm going to test your memory again. Remember the damage control department? We saw them in Spider-Man, No Way Home. They had confiscated Edith and Stark technologies. Edith alone is powerful enough to control the world. Part 5. The Invisible Iron Man returns. What did I tell you? Details are everything to me. I'm a careful viewer. Now remember, in Iron Man 3, Tony talked about invisibility technology. Retro-reflective panels, camouflage drones. Sounds good. Now I want you to think about this. What if the Skrulls have this technology? Invisible Iron Man armors, both super durable and undetectable. But will Rhodey just stand there? No. Tony's AI will come into play. Stark's digital hologram version, his entire archive, maybe even a new armor with adamantium. Armor Wars isn't just an Iron Man movie. It's the key production that ties together all of Marvel's stories. Part 6. The movie Marvel can't cancel. While examining all these theories, the idea that caught my attention was this. Think about it. Why isn't Marvel canceling Armor Wars? They postponed Avengers 5. They put dozens of projects on hold, but Armor Wars stands. Because without this film, none of the stories they've been telling for the last 3 years make sense. The unfinished finale of Secret Invasion, Ironheart's introduction, Tony's legacy, everything connects here. Moreover, Robert Downey Jr.'s return is certain. Even if it's Tony's hologram version or in some other form, box office records will be broken. Finale, the beginning of a new era. Watch that scene again, the one where Rhodey touches Tony. You'll see the data transfer. You'll notice the clues of Skrull technology. Everything is hidden there. Tony Stark is dead, but his legacy, technology, and knowledge are still at the center of the fight. So what do you think? Could Rhodey really have been a Skrull since Civil War? How will Tony's knowledge be used in Armor Wars? Share your theories in the comments. I've made many videos about Iron Man on my page. If it caught your attention, feel free to check them out. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you won't miss any Marvel theories, hidden details, or the latest Iron Man content.